Hello there, fellow history buffs and random clickers. Welcome to your favorite date-powered time machine. And today, it's April 26th. That's bringing the drama, the brilliance, the explosions, and yes, even some carbs. From emperors and explosions to jazz legends and philosophical meltdowns, April 26th doesn't pull any punches.
Whether you're here for the intellectual property or just hoping for a free pretzel, we've got something for everyone. So buckle up, because this is about this day, April 26th edition.
We kick off with World Intellectual Property Day, celebrated every April 26th to honor the fine folks who make sure your million-dollar idea for hovering dog shoes doesn't get stolen. Launched by Whippo in 2000, it marks their 1970 founding. Meanwhile, in the land of sodium and soft dough, it's also National Pretzel Day in the US. Legend has it a monk in the 7th century twisted dough into a shape symbolizing prayer. That's one holy snack.
Born on April 26th, Marcus Aurelius, Stoic emperor and philosopher, was born in 121. He wrote Meditations and invented the humble brag. Ludwig Wittgenstein, the philosopher who made everyone in college philosophy classes go, "Wait, what?" was born in 1889. Charles Richter, the man who put earthquakes on the scale, literally, was born in 1900. I.M. Pei, the genius who turned the Louvre into a glass triangle and somehow got away with it, was born in 1917. And last but not least, Jet Li, martial arts star and cinematic legend who could probably take down all the others in this list with one hand, was born in 1963.
But of course, not all stories end on a happy note. 1865, John Wilkes Booth, Lincoln's assassin, died from a gunshot during a manhunt. 1989, Lucille Ball, comedy queen of I Love Lucy, died from an aortic rupture post-surgery. 1984, Count Basie, jazz icon, passed from pancreatic cancer. 1951, Arnold Sommerfeld, physicist extraordinaire, died from injuries after a traffic accident. And in 1969, Morihei Ueshiba, founder of Aikido, passed due to liver cancer.
1718. Peace talks began in Passarowitz to end the Austro-Turkish War. Just imagine 18th century diplomats in powdered wigs trying to look serious. 1865. Confederate General Joseph E. Johnston surrendered to Union General Sherman, marking one of the final nails in the Civil War coffin. 1937. Guernica was bombed during the Spanish Civil War. The horror of the attack inspired Picasso's haunting masterpiece.
In 1920, the Great Shapley-Curtis debate over the size of the universe. FYI, it's really, really big. 1962, NASA's Ranger 4 crash-landed on the moon's far side. Good news, it got there. Bad news, it ghosted NASA. 1986, the Chernobyl disaster unleashed catastrophic radiation. The worst nuclear accident in history began in the early hours of April 26. 2007, Stephen Hawking floated in zero gravity aboard a Boeing 727. Because apparently genius needs a thrill too.
And here's the news from the world of sports. In 1952, Patty Berg snagged the LPGA Title Holders Championship, adding to her collection of wins. And in 1930, Arsenal FC won their very first FA Cup final, defeating Huddersfield Town 2-0. Let the lifelong fan bragging begin.
Science here in 1954 saw the beginning of massive polio vaccine trials. Jonas Salk, the medical MVP, led the charge. And back in 1909, Jules Boyes tried to patent a flying bicycle. It didn't work, but you've got to admire the ambition. And the cardio.
In 1770, Captain Cook sighted the east coast of Australia, paving the way for, well, everything from kangaroos to Vegemite.
1937. Inspired by the bombing of Guernica, Picasso began sketching one of the most powerful anti-war paintings ever made, the very same day as the bombing occurred.
And here's the news from politics across the globe. In 1960, the April Revolution in South Korea succeeded, forcing President Syngman Rhee to resign. 1989. Tensions flared in Tiananmen Square as state media clapped back at protesters, escalating a historic showdown. 1933. Nazi Germany officially founded the Gestapo. And history took a very dark turn. Way more positive was 1994, when South Africa held its first multiracial elections, beginning the post-apartheid era. A truly powerful step forward.
And there you have it, April 26th, a day that gave us emperors, earthquakes, and revolutions.
But if today happens to be your birthday, forget Chernobyl and Picasso for a second. You are the headline for the people who love you.
So celebrate, eat a pretzel, or apply for that intellectual property right you've been putting off.
And if you enjoyed this trip through time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's your way of saying, hey, history, I see you.
See you on the next date in history.
See you on the next date in history.
See you on the next date in history.
See you on the next date in history.